Good morning and welcome to what's turning into a lovely sunny Hampshire day. So I'm on one of my regular permissions today and we'll have a look and see what we can find. Hopefully the weather will hold off. So join me and we'll see what we can find. Right, we moved into the woods and got a signal that was mid-50s. Not very deep. Pinpointer picked it up on the surface almost. Let's have a look. And right, that's an interesting one. It looks like a coin. It was very small for a coin, but copper. Very clean copper. I think probably going to have to give that a bit of a clean and get back to you. Right, so giving it a clean, and I don't know if you can see that, but there is the image of a bird. And that leads me to believe that despite its terrible condition, this is actually a farthing. I don't know, there's a monarch on the back. We'll flip it over and have a look. There is a monarch on the back. But I think we're going to have to give it a bit more of a clean before we can try and identify which one it is. I think it's probably George VI, but we'll give it a bit of a clean and have a look. So when we get back to my study and do the follow-up, we'll have a look and see if we can identify it. But first coin of the day, even if it is only what's left of one. Right, we have another signal. This was in the mid-70s. Yeah. And it is another bullet casing, looking like 303 again. So that's another nice find. I'll give that a clean up. Looks like there might actually be some writing on the base of this one, so I will give that a clean when I get home. But I'm pleased with that. It's a nice find. Right, so our next signal was in the mid-70s until I removed the clod, at which point it went up into the 80s. So it's just down there. Let's have a look and see what we have. And we've got a little buckle. It's got a nice little D-shaped buckle. That'll be a nice one. I'll give that a clean when I get home. Try and see if I can date it for you. So, but pleased with that. It's a nice find. So that was a nice find. Happy with that. Right, so this signal was in the mid-70s until I removed the clod, at which point it came up into the 80s. And we have a buckle. That's a nice little find there. So, try and see if I can date it when I get home. But I'm pleased with that. It's a nice find. So that will go in my box and on to the next hole. Right, I wasn't going to film this because the signal was sketchy at best. I removed the clod and we have a chain. I would like to think it would be silver. I don't know what it is. It seems to be double looped. It's quite well made. With that seems to be a central sort of ring there. So anybody have any suggestions, please leave a comment below as to what this could possibly be. I'm at a loss. There's a nice weighty chain. So any ideas, leave a comment below. Right, so we're back, and it was indeed Belgium. It's 1971, 10 Belgian francs. So, not sure exactly how that's ended up in a field in Hampshire, but there you go. Interesting find. On to the next hole. Right, so this signal was mid-70s. And oh, we have an old pound coin. So, happy with that. That'll clean up and go in the coin jar. and at the end of the year get taken to the bank. So happy with that one. Let's go and see what else we can find. Right, so a couple of signals very close together here. That was where my Belgian 10 franc coin came out of, and we had a signal in this one, and we have, it looks like a little ball. And we've got another coin. And it looks like it could be Belgium again. Oh, dropped it. Have to give it a little bit of a clean when we get home, but the pattern on it suggests it is 1 franc. So 2 Belgian coins within about a metre of each other in the middle of a field in Hampshire. Who could possibly imagine? So anyway, we'll see, keep going, have a little scan of this area. There might be more coins. Right, so that signal was mid-70s. And thanks in there. And oh, we have an old pound coin. So happy with that. That'll clean up and go in the coin jar, and at the end of the year get taken to the bank. So happy with that one. Let's go and see what else we can find. Right, so this one was another mid-70s. And not particularly deep. And looks like we've got another button. Same logo as before, so I'm beginning to think it might be some sort of club button rather than a livery button. Although I'll have a look when I get home, do some research. I do know that this area is used quite extensively by the Pony Club, but also military were stationed here, so who knows. Do some research when I get home and watch the follow-up to find out. Lovely, on to the next one. Right, the next signal, this one came up in the low 60s and it's out and in the clod. And it is 20 pence, spendable money, always happy with that. So that will go in the jar and we'll keep on looking. Next hole. So as is so often the way, I was on the way back to the car having put the camera away and got a signal, dug it and got up another buckle. So it's a 2-part buckle actually, so I'm not sure on the date on that, but we'll give the clean when we get home, have a look, see what we can find. Anyway, definitely back to the car now.